dog in your life is thinking? Well, join me, Liz Murdoch, animal communicator, talking with the dogs and finding out what dogs want people in their lives to know and understand. I've spent my life talking and listening to animals. So if you consider yourself a dog person or just happen to have a dog, I'm here to help you learn how to talk or listen to the dogs in your life. I chat with people too, sharing stories and tips on exactly how animal communication or being a dog whisperer makes an impact at home or when working with the dogs. So welcome to Talking with the Dogs podcast, a place where we uncover exactly what dogs want us to know and celebrate that every dog has a story. So I have Natalia Komis here today, and you are a intuitive mentor, right?
Yeah.
You work with clients all over the world, helping them find their true calling and be empowered to do that in their work. And it looks like their lives too.
Yes, definitely. Most of my clients are, adventurous, go-getter, ambitious people who not only want to be doing what lights their soul on fire, but they want to be making a difference in the world. So yes, and it's all connected, isn't it, what we're doing? And
it is. Okay, so you do that and you want to help people find their purpose in what they're doing. So it's not just finding a job that suits their lives, but their purpose. And you have a podcast.
I have two podcasts. Well, I have Bare Naked Chats, which I do with my best friend, and that's all about the modern female experience. And I have a new one coming out called the Mission Seekers podcast, which is talking to people on a mission.
Yes. So I'm on a mission to find out more about Callie and the animals so that they can live their best lives too with their people. So I love that we met and we can find out what Callie wants you to do with her. Now, have you ever worked with an animal communicator?
I have not. And I think I mentioned this when we spoke the other day. I actually always wanted to be an animal healer when I was really, really young. I'm actually from Greece originally, and we lived in Greece in a place called Zakynthos, where we had loads of animals. We had, 20 odd cats, 2 to 3 dogs at a time. We always ended up the house that rescued all the animals, chickens, all the rest of it. And I was always really, really connected and close to the animals, and always running off in the fields with, the 2 dogs and then cats running behind us, all in the line, running along, having a good time. So I'm really, really love animals. I'm really connected to them. And I'm excited. I'm excited to find out more about you and what you do, and more about Callie through you.
Have you ever had a sense that you could understand what Callie or another animal was thinking?
Definitely. And actually one of the things, I don't know if should I tell you something that me and Callie do together? Do you want me to say?
No.
Okay.
It'll make you
well, we do certain things together, and I always feel really, really connected with her through that. And I think especially before I got Callie, I was much more of a cat lover. Okay. Not because I didn't love dogs, just because I feel like I always understand cats a lot more.
Okay.
And so I've always been able to really, if there's a problem with a cat, I always know, or if there's some kind of sense that they're, peed off about something,
right. So you can
I always feel more connected to them in that sense. So it's been an interesting learning curve with Callie, actually. Yeah, it's been fun.
Cats are pretty much homebodies, so their world is smaller, and sometimes they're easier if they're willing to chat. But we're going to talk with Callie and find out what it is that's on her mind. And you had some particular questions, so we're going to try and get to those. I'm going to tune in with Callie. So we're doing this on video. People have been saying, we want video, we want to see. So if she comes in for some reason, we'll just acknowledge it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but we're going to find out. So Callie, yes. we're going to start talking to you. You sent me some pictures. So I've looked at the pictures of her.
I have my notebook. So if I'm looking down, it helps me to write words that come. Things. So you mentioned that before we started, that she wanted to go outside, and she does like the outside a lot. She likes the running on the beach. So, and she likes it's the freedom and the smells. I know you've moved, but she really likes where you're living now and the access to the outside smell. She likes nature smells more than city smells.
Yeah, she does. She's one of these dogs that just constantly wants to be outside.
She likes, so I'm underlining freedom. That's a big deal. The freedom of not being confined. And when she's on the beach, she sent me a beautiful picture of her, but what she likes is that wide open space that, I mean, I'm really circling the freedom is, she likes how it feels in her body to move free like that. She likes that she can do the freedom to express herself, which is interesting because that's sort of tied to your work.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my mission here is, to become self-expressed and to help others do so. So she's obviously helping me on my mission. We're helping each other.
So she says that we help each other because did you rescued her? Did you rescue her?
Yes.
So she was confined. And so she likes how her body feels and she loves to go. She likes to run way ahead of you. And she's actually, she says, I've gotten better at coming back. In the beginning,
she has.
You had some close.
She was really naughty at the beginning. Yeah, it was really hard for us because we could tell, she wanted to run, but there's a lot of roads and there's a lot of people, and it was just too dangerous for us to let her off the lead too much at the beginning because she just refused to come back.
So she says she figured it out, the rules.
Yeah.
The better she is coming back, the farther she can go, and the more often you'll take her.
Exactly.
Because it took time to go get her, and then it would be frustrating, and you were nervous, you were scared, all these things that people go through when they're concerned about their dog. So she understood that. So the other thing she wants you to know, and people, is that dog training does make a difference, and there's a big payoff. She says she's still learning and mastering a few things that inside the house that you want her to get better at. But do you know what those are?
She jumps up at the bed because she always wants to get up on our bed, but luckily our bed's super high, so she
don't
can't
want her on the bed.
No, and because we have a mosquito net that goes around, and she gets caught in it, and then she drags it down, and of course then creates holes. She's
gonna call you on this though. She says that you're really not consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem. So she says it's not all her fault. You're not consistent, and that's why she keeps trying. And someone lets her on the bed when the other's not there.
I did it once because we were both super scared of the situation. So I was like, oh my God, we need to be in a different room.
She's stubborn. The parts that you love about her, she's going to keep trying. And so, I'm getting the word redirect. She says, next time I do it, because she knows this, I guess she's heard someone tell you to redirect her. When she does that, show her what else you can do. Not all the time, because she'll keep doing it and say, oh, now I get a treat. But yeah, she says it's not all her fault. You haven't been consistent. You give her the mixed messages. It's got to be. She says, I'm going to keep trying because it's fun on the bed.
Yeah, it's comfier.
She says there's another place, like a couch or a chair, that you let her sit on. She says if we can do that more often, because you get busy, you don't do it every day. Like I've learned to do it every night with my dogs. She says it's not so much the bed, it's the cuddle time. And she wants, and she says she actually doesn't need as much as, I don't need as much as some dogs do. She's not a real needy dog. She just, she wants a hug kind of thing. You come home, you hug someone, she wants that. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's very happy with the lay of the land, her relationships with different people. There's no jealousy. So she's got you have a very good flow, she says. Okay. And then she does go to food. What's the deal with the food? She says, different people feed me differently.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a bone. I'm trying to get this shape. It's like a bone of meat or something that she's seen on the count, like someone unwraps it with paper, but I don't get it so much, but she likes it. You know what I'm talking about.
She loves bones. So basically we live, so we're surrounded by fields, and on two of those fields there is kind of like a small holding with animals, and they're always chucking bones around. And so Carly she's got like the nose of, the best nose ever. So she sniffs these bones out and always goes after them and gets them.
There are some that someone brings home in the house. Those
I think it's our neighbor, and he tends to just chuck food out because it's classic Spanish, just chuck everything out in the the grassy area, and the animals of some kind will take them. And of course Kylie finds all the good stuff and takes it, and well, pretty much anything she takes.
She's got a very strong memory, like wanting to go on the bed and
can't remember now. There probably is something. I give her quite a lot of stuff, like she has a lot of vegetables and different things. Like at the beginning she was really loving certain foods, so I'd give it to her as treats as part of her training. So it might have been something like that, because I don't give her as much anymore.
She wants recognition that she's doing better on the leash, that she's actually very good on the leash now. She said the leash was an issue. She used to pull a lot on the leash, or you'd have to drag her.
Yeah.
And try and get her to come on the leash, and she would back off.
If she got stubborn, she would just be like, I am staying here.
Yeah, she says she doesn't do that anymore because she gets to go. Okay, so she's talking about the leash. She says the car ride, I'm saying not so much. I guess she doesn't go in the car as much anymore. She says it's not as necessary.
No, we only go if we're going into town or for longer walks further out into different areas. But yeah, she's not a massive fan. She's actually okay, and you can tell she's a bit like, I don't really want to be here. But yeah.
And she says you don't have that need to go, not as necessary. Okay, so the car, what else does she want to say? Is anything about the house? Oh, she just loves the house. She loves the house. Okay, so what else do you want to know? How is she feeling at the moment? And I asked you, don't give me any details. So what's going on? So I'm getting a sense. I'm getting it in my abdomen, a sense of nausea. And that
she just barked. She's barking as you're talking.
That's funny. So I had said that she may bark or do something when we're talking about something. So yeah, I feel the nausea from here down, and it's sort of like when you get off a roller coaster. It's not that extreme like someone who is going to throw up, but it's sort of wobbly. So I feel a sense of motion sickness with her. She gets impatient. Callie, she gets impatient. She wants it done. I feel it here. Did she eat something too fast? Do you know what the problem is?
I think she's got quite a runny problem at the minute. So she's she's been to the toilet quite a lot today, and I have a feeling it's something that she ate.
That's the sense that I'm getting, and it's sort of more in here, like it's still in the stomach area, because this is here, but it's working its way through, and it's like a churning. It's trying. It's like it's like her intestines and all are like going, what is this? It's sort of hard. Like so I got the word blockage. It's sort of like she's figuring out how to deal with it. So I feel it's nauseous here. I do feel like, has she thrown up? She might throw up a little bit. So I feel that in the lower abdomen, and then the higher part is where I feel this sort of nauseous stuff. Yeah. So it's like it's in two different areas. Oh, so she's feeling two different things. Like she's gonna go to the bathroom, but she might throw up, or she's just feeling nauseous up here. So it's two different things, but it feels like it's 25%. It's like it's lingering.
So we do tend to pick up each other's stuff, and sometimes when I'm feeling really tired or really lethargic, she's doing the same. So we're very connected in that sense.
It's so interesting you say that, and you're intuitive with people and you're interested in animals, but you don't consider yourself that you can talk to animals or find out what they're feeling, but you definitely do. And so I just want to acknowledge that you can, as you probably do with people, trust what you're getting. When I'm teaching animal communication, and even with myself, when something seems crazy, it's like, no, just say it. Just trust that that's what the animal, and if I don't understand it, I can relay it to you to make sense of, because that's my job, is just to relay what I'm getting. Those feelings mean something. And if you have a feeling like I shouldn't be feeling nauseous, but I know that I'm in this sort of sense of working with Callie, I can feel her, and then I'll shut it off when we're done. So I'm going to just double check the notes I wrote about your question. How's she feeling at the moment? And so that's all you told me. And I figured that out because of the feelings that I was getting. I'm going to ask her, is there anything else that she's feeling? Oh, she's feeling like, she goes, I want to get outside. She's like, I want to go. But she goes, but now here's where she's talking. She says, but you're not going to let me out without going with me. So I have to wait. She knows that rule. That sometimes
she's very good with that. Yeah.
Those are your two questions. Do you have any other questions? She's doing pretty well.
She's a badass. Yeah.
So she's happy like that. She's showing me again an image of her running. She loves it. And she says she's beautiful. Like she's in her most beautiful element when she's running in this stride.
Yeah. She loves it. She loves running after stuff, running after her ball. She's obsessed with.
Okay. So I want to do, what does she want you to know? Okay. So Callie, what is it that you would like Natalia to know that she may not realize about your relationship, about you? So, okay, so she's walking around the house to show me something. Oh, okay. So I guess she says she knows where you keep the treats. She goes, I know. She knows when you hide things. I guess you hide things. You hide things from her. You think that she doesn't know?
I sort of hide things from her and from the cat because they're both really naughty. They find things.
She says she knows where you hide them. She says, I know where you hide them. Okay, so I'm going to ask her about the cat. Okay, so she says they actually have a good relationship.
They do.
She says sometimes that I act like she really bothers me, but they're actually very good friends, like really good friends. They communicate with each other. They talk about you. They talk about you. They're protective. Oh gosh. Oh wow. They have a really tight relationship. So the cat likes to look out the window. I mean, every cat, not anyway. Yeah. The cat likes to look at the house, like to be a guard cat. Oh, the dog is funny. She says it so it takes a load off of me. I don't have to be the watchdog. Yeah. Callie is learning from the cat because the cat does something.
That's so cute.
Callie says, if you watch the cat, you'll notice what she does when someone's there. She'll do something and that alerts Callie
That's so funny.
So we're going to let Kiaba have a few words because she says that Kiaba says that Callie gets all the attention for being more personable and that people will come in and they'll make a big fuss over Callie. And the Kiaba says, I was here first. I guess Kiaba is actually sort of regal looking. And she's like, I want more attention. She's like, I deserve more attention than that dog. So that's they wouldn't use the hate relation. Their love sort of disgust relationship. Callie's not disgusted. The cat gets disgusted because of all this attention that Callie gets. And she's like, I'm the one who does all the work around here.
Yeah.
She says you could brush me more.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Does she have longish hair? She
has sort of in between.
She says instead of play, brush me. It'll be better for everyone.
Yeah.
That's what she wants you to know. She says, I'm done. She's going to be a gracious, bonus guest here. That's what she wants. Do you have any other questions?
I don't think so. I think my only concern more than anything is we don't have a main gate on our property at the minute. So whenever we do let Carly go and play around loose, she quite often decides to go outside the gate. And she knows it's naughty, but because there's another dog here who's extra naughty, because she's like the lady of the land, she goes out and Carly follows.
Carly says it goes back to the training thing, and let me know, and the inconsistency with the gate, that sometimes she's allowed and it's not as big of a deal. And I guess it depends on whether it's light out or dark out. There's a difference. And you can figure it out. She says it's more complicated, but you can do it. Just tell me what you want me to do. I'll do it. I'm smarter than you think. The other dogs, she says, is a piece of work. Like that dog has some bad habits.
She's a lost cause. She's hilarious, a lost cause.
They have fun together, but she just tell her what you want her to do and be consistent. And
so the word of the day is consistency.
With Callie, for sure. Yes. And Kiaba's looking up like brush me. Definitely. Consistency makes a big difference for lots of dogs.
Buy a cat brush.
Yes. Okay. So I think we're good. We covered everything that.
Oh my gosh, we covered more than everything.
Good. Well, I really appreciate your time. It's fun talking with a dog in Spain today. And to find you and your podcast, what's the best way to find you?
Oh, Callie's saying thank you.
Thank you, Callie. That's good. What's the best place to find you if people want to learn about your work as an intuitive? Because many listeners, they want to be able to do this, and I can help a bit, but you can also help with tuning into oneself. So where can they find you?
Yes. So they can find me at Natalia Komis on Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. And nataliakomis.com is my website. And I'm on Facebook. Humans on a Mission is my Facebook group.
Perfect.
And my podcast that's coming out very soon is the Mission Seekers podcast. So if you want to hear about humans doing awesome stuff, come and have a listen.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. And if anyone out there is looking for their own chat session, they can find me at talkingwiththedogs.com and sign up for some tips on how to talk to your own dog.
Yes, thank you so much. This has been so insightful. And thank you for allowing this conversation between all of my animals.
Yes. Well, my pleasure. Okay. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, listen to the podcast, and remember, every dog has a story.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking with the Dogs. Hope today's episode made you want to understand your own dog better and appreciate that every dog has a story and something to say. Subscribe now for more dog stories and insights into animal communication and what it's like to be a dog whisperer. Review this episode on Apple Podcasts or follow Talking with the Dogs on Instagram or Facebook and sign up for a chance for you and your dog to be a guest on the show. Whatever you do, I hope you'll spend time talking with the dogs.